Hi, welcome back to Black Contributors to a Whitewashed World. Now, the last time I was talking to you about the son of Alexandre Dumas, I gave you an example of his acid-like humor, which wasn't just restricted to those who offended him. I'll give you an example of some of his observations on, certain women that he knew. Well, he once said generally of, women, that a woman's past is like a coal mine. Coal mine. Do not go into it with light, or there'll be an explosion. Now, of this one woman that he knew, he said, she's one of those women who spend their lives in lining with soft padding the ditch into which they intend their virtues to fall, and who, furious at waiting on the edge for someone to push them in, throw stones at other women who pass. He also said that one can always live with a wife, provided he has something else to occupy his time. And of another woman that he knew, he said she spread all those diamonds over her mother, who accompanied her and who resembled the constellation of the Great Bear, not only in brilliance but in form. Now, if these reflections give the impression that Alexandre Dumas liked to take shots at women, nothing could be further from the truth. He was a man of deeply sympathetic nature, and his cry of pity for fallen women resounded all over the world. When it came to standing up for truths, he was absolutely fearless, and this made his characters more alive. He won higher literary honors than his father, and in certain learned circles is regarded as the abler of the two. As a thinker, he was undoubtedly more profound, for he knew human nature thoroughly and had mastered the theater as few before or since. The French Academy elected him to membership by a vote of 20 to 11, which was an honor that his father had coveted but never received. And when the young Alexander rose to make his first address to the Academy, he scorned it for what he considered its neglect of his father. The son was later elected president of the Academy, the highest possible intellectual honor for a Frenchman. And he was also awarded the Grand Cross of the Legion of Honor, the next highest honor. These honors came very painfully to him because he realized that he was beginning to overshadow his illustrious father, and out of love and respect, he would always praise his father above himself. In his own words, he said of his ancestry, "It was under the sun of Africa and of African blood, born of a Negro virgin, that was formed the one from whom were to be born. The one who, as a soldier of the Republic, stifled a horse between his knees, broke an iron helmet with his teeth, and defended alone the bridge of Brixton against a vanguard of 20 men. Rome would have borne him in triumph and made him a consul. France, calmer and more economical, refused education to his son, and this son, reared in the forest under an open sky, driven by need and the force of his genius, invaded one day the great city and strode into the field of battle, overturning all who did not make way for him." This was the grandfather and the father whom he was talking about. And believe me, I'll have a lot more to say about his grandfather later on. Alexandre Dumas, the son, died on November 27th of 1895 at the age of 71, enjoying the great esteem of the French nation right to the end. It was said of him that with his death was extinguished the glory of the immortal trio: the grandfather, a Hercules, a Colossus, a giant and a valiant soldier who personified action; the father, a storyteller par excellence, a master romancer who personified imagination; and the son, the subtle and faithful observer who personified reason. In the Place Malesherbes in Paris, a monument of Alexandre Dumas, the son, stands near those of his father and his grandfather.